Ninjas were not always dressed in black. That image comes from theater. They often dressed like normal civilians to blend in. They came mainly from regions like Iga and Kōga in Japan. Ninjas were trained in espionage, not just combat. Their role was more about information than fighting. They worked as spies, scouts, and saboteurs. Samurai and ninjas sometimes worked together. Ninjas were often from lower social classes. They used disguise as one of their main tools. They studied human behavior to avoid suspicion. Stealth was more important than strength. They avoided direct combat whenever possible. Ninjas used simple weapons like knives and short swords. The ninja star was not their primary weapon. They used tools for climbing walls and entering buildings. They could use smoke bombs to escape. Many techniques focused on misdirection. They trained to move silently across surfaces. They used the environment to hide effectively. They sometimes operated at night, but not always. Ninjas learned survival skills in nature. They could navigate using stars and terrain. They studied poisons and basic medicine. They were trained to endure pain and stress. Some missions involved long periods of waiting. They often worked alone or in small groups. Ninjas used coded messages to communicate. They gathered intelligence before acting. Their training included patience and discipline. They could adapt to different environments quickly. They used tools disguised as everyday objects. Some weapons were hidden in clothing. They sometimes spread misinformation deliberately. Fear and confusion were part of their strategy. Ninjas could infiltrate enemy areas unnoticed. They studied enemy routines and habits. They avoided unnecessary attention at all costs. They were hired by feudal lords for specific missions. Their loyalty depended on contracts, not always honor. They didn't follow the same strict code as samurai. Their knowledge was often passed secretly within families. Training could start from a young age. They valued strategy over physical confrontation. Many ninja techniques were kept hidden for centuries. Historical records about ninjas are limited and mixed with myth. Some stories about ninjas are exaggerated or fictional. Modern pop culture has changed how we see them. They were more practical than legendary. Their real power was intelligence, not invisibility. And in reality, the most dangerous ninja was the one you never noticed.